What do you think about this? Is this body positivity culture contributing to the obesity crisis plaguing our people and unhealthy eating habits plaguing our people?
Body.
I've been observing. You know, I'm a man that observes society, and I know it's always been an issue, but it seems like it's getting out of hand. But more than anything, it's being justified and supported and praised almost, you know? And I just focus on the health issue. I don't even focus on the look. I'm focusing on the health.
Absolutely. You know what, man? Somebody said this to me. They said, Rizza, I don't understand this. When we were growing up, if you were fat, you were called fat. If you were skinny, you was called skinny. I was real skinny. I was a fat baby. Let's just go through the transition. I was a fat baby, real fat. Up until about the age of 2 or 3, I was one of them chubby ones, right? And then it's like somebody squished me, and then I got taller and got real slim. All right, then now I went from slim to now I got, I'm in that man body phase. Now I'm all muscular, like 88% muscle and 12% body fat roughly, right? So it's like, okay, cool. We go through our changes. The reality is now, body positivity is a trend being put in the place of lack of discipline. If my sister is overweight, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yes, honey, yeah, you go. No, I'm going to say, no, plaque, arteries is struggling right now. No, ma'am, I love you. I love you enough to tell you the truth. I don't need to insult you. Let's not get it twisted. See, that's the difference. We start, getting into insulting people and, attacking their character. And no, you don't need to do that. Educate them. If you love somebody, you're going to tell them the truth. I want to see you around. Don't you want to be here? Ain't a damn thing positive about you having no high blood pressure, early onset diabetes, asthma. There's nothing positive about that. I have a cousin, bro, who's my age, who was a track runner, who has diabetes. I don't understand that. We are in our 30s. This don't make no sense. Our elders were not dying until their late 80s, late 90s, and some into the hundreds or even, 120s, 130s. That was average. But you're telling me right now that body positivity is something that we need to embrace? No, go to hell. Because can't nobody else get out here in their culture and tell you we accept body positivity. That's not what they do. You sound crazy as hell. Get some discipline. Get the hell up. Get the fat off you. Put some muscle on. Eat healthier. Do what is right for your health, or else you will not be here. You can't argue and justify with your personal health. That's the problem, bro. We're trying to argue and justify with it like it's an opinion. It ain't no opinion. This is life. You need to get up and move the body because you already have a whole government trying to take you out. Stop taking yourself out with them.
There are two things, man, you mentioned. One is accountability, which we don't want to hold ourselves accountable or hold anyone else accountable. And also, I think when people do speak about the weight, they do it from an immature standpoint, and they don't focus on the fact that we want you around. We want you around to perform at your highest level for yourself and your family.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing. We want you around, and the burden that sick people put on the family. I think people aren't aware of that. When you're not healthy, especially if you're a man and the leader of the household, it becomes a serious problem for you.
Yes.
Because you're no longer an asset, you're a liability. Your earning potential decreases tremendously. And also now you're putting more financial strain on the family you should be helping.
And good point. Very good point. See now, okay, I'm gonna do me. I'm expressing myself. See, let's dissect this nonsense real quick. People have to stop adopting terminologies that go towards self-destruction. It's not body positivity. It's lack of discipline. It's not body positivity. It's self-hatred. It's not body positivity. It's lack of self-love. It's not body positivity. It's you embracing the lifestyle or death style of people who you look up to and follow, who didn't even get those abs or those glutes naturally. They got it BBL injected. Stop it. This is where this goes now. You want to have a BBL life, which is a fake life. Dudes getting their pectoralis major muscles injected. Women getting their glutes injected. Men getting abdomen injections now to simulate abs. And a person who looks healthy, a lot of them looking healthy, looking fit, can't do a real squat, can't do a push-up, and if they are in an emergency situation, they will not be able to do one pull-up to save their goddamn life. And you are telling me that that's the mentality you want to adopt? Stop it. We got to get away from this stuff, bro, because when we become liabilities, I was looking at movies, scary movies. I always look at the person who can't run away. I'll be like, and it's like, 30 feet, and they can't run 30 feet. They breathing hard, or they trip, or they fall. And I'm like, man, we cannot acknowledge mediocrity. We cannot acknowledge having terrible health and acknowledge not being fit and ready for any type of situation, because if we acknowledge that, we're acknowledging and accepting our own destruction. We can't invite that in.
And one point you brought up that we need to touch on before we move on is that, you see, I understand the BBL, but I have seen things online with these men getting some type of reconstructive surgery. And I don't see how that can provide confidence, because the confidence comes from the work.
Come on.
Your confidence comes from you putting in that work. So how can I be confident if I get a surgery? I defeated the whole purpose.
Brother.
I'm still going to lack confidence and self-worth.
It's a cosmetic
And I just spent
thing.
all this money and I got this foolishness going on.
Yeah, it's the microwave version of food. It's the Kool-Aid version of juice, right? It's fake. It looks good. It sounds good. It smells good, but it's not good. That hard work thing is something in the recent years of me heavily being involved in fitness, for example, just as an example, I feel good knowing that I've earned where I am now. Like I can say
Say that again. Say the E word again. Say the E word again.
Oh man, brother, I'm telling you, I earned this. I can stand up boldly. See, you can't talk with bass in your voice if you didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. You can't really stand on it. No, you can't. You can try. But people gonna look at you and be like, man, knock it off. Okay, yeah. Brother, we saw the surgery, bro. Like we understand. And no shade to anybody who has gotten surgery or any type of thing like that. Y'all know, but let me just be clear with y'all. There are nations of people who are currently preparing. And what do I mean? The world is in a position where we are potentially going right into World War III. Some say we done already been in that, but I believe, it's leaning into that arena. If stuff started to crack off right now, stuff popped off right now, the majority of people wouldn't be prepared. They wouldn't be ready. You can't run a half a mile, let alone a mile. You can't do 3 or 4 or 5 push-ups. The average man can't even do 10 pull-ups. Can't do 5 pull-ups, can't do 3. But you're talking so hard, walking so hard out here because you got money. Okay, that's cute. But in reality, soldiers are the only ones who are going to survive, or those who are well trained. So that's why I don't get moved when I hear people doing all this talking. I did an episode on my podcast, the Intellectual Extremist podcast, recently, where I talked about the health of the people. Do you know that the United States government, on a list of 200 nations on the planet, is ranked number 14 in obesity? 14.
That's not a shocker.
Brother, that means there's only 13 nations worse when it comes to the overall health. But out of 200 nations on the planet, and China is one of the least when it comes to obesity. So
I'm personally shocked that we're not number 1.
I'm telling you. But we have to be humbled is my point. We have to really humble ourselves and jump out of this illusionary world. Get off of social media, get back to reality. People talking real heavy on the internet cannot back up what they say. Take away the weapons and the money, and they will not be able to back up a damn thing. Why you think your brother speaks so heavy? Like, why? Because I know. Again, it's different when you really earn this stuff, man. I'm like, I know. The body positivity comes about when you are positive that your body is functional and works properly, and you're healthy, and your mind is good, your brain, your nervous system, your immune system, it works well. You don't have too many issues. You can say, man, I can run, I can jump. If I need to protect myself, I can. That's body positivity. But the rest of that nonsense is an illusion that people make to take the place of their irresponsibility, their lack of discipline, and their total evasion of accountability. Stop following celebrities who can't do more than you physically. I know a lot of them, and they are terribly horrible with their health. Please, like y'all gonna follow the people straight into hell. You're gonna follow the wrong people.